Okay, so that was pretty epic, but it was giving me Titan vibes. Like, are we coming back? Or are we not coming back?
That was thanks to Jason, actually. So
Jason.
yeah, 2 seasons later, but better late than never.
I mean,
And
okay.
if you're gonna come back, you're gonna have to do it pretty epically, also. I figure,
Yeah, for real,
and
for
I feel
real.
like he got the message and he brought it.
Hey, hey, CPJ, welcome back.
Hey,
Guess
CPJ,
who's back? Back
back
again.
again. Now I know it's only starting with two of us now, but you will get the third one later, right? It's like a 2-course meal. You start with us, and then we'll bring the third
Anita,
one
she
later.
said she loved the intro. Hey, hey, Joanne.
I'm glad you like the
Thank
intro,
y'all
Anita.
lovely ladies for hopping in here.
Weren't the pictures
They
great?
were good. He did really good.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I thought so too. I was like, man, this is really
It took all of
awesome.
our budget.
And then some. So I was like, okay, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. So I was like, yes, yes.
I love
Um, my eyes are straying over here because I'm looking at we have so much to talk about tonight. Okay.
We do have so much to talk about. Oh
How
my
you doing,
gosh.
Sandy, first? How you doing today?
You know what? Okay, so this week has been crazy. Like I have been all over the place. We had a hailstorm on Friday
Saw
and it has
pictures.
been nonstop claims, but
That's right, because
I
you
mean,
work in the
just
insurance industry,
I
right?
work in the insurance industry, lots of chaos. And I mean, can I just go ahead and start griping now?
Go for it. Go for it.
Let me just tell you something.
Tell
Look,
me something.
let's see who's this. My daughter just came creeping in as usual.
Hey, Janae.
Hello, Janae
Janae is a cyber
Burkhart.
sis. I'll get to that later, though, too.
Cool.
So
Okay,
thanks for
cool.
hanging in, Janae.
So my gripe is okay, it was a hailstorm.
Mm-hmm.
Your home is still, it wasn't a devastating loss like Perryton and Matador. We didn't have tornadoes come
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
No one is lost their home or anything, right? But you would think that these claims needed to be filed ASAP, that they are the only person that has ever sustained hail damage.
Yeah.
I mean, it has been craziness.
And so for those
Thanks,
who are tuning
CPJ.
in, Sandy lives in Texas. She's in Lubbock, Texas. And
Lubbock,
Lubbock, Texas,
Texas.
they're on a plateau out there, but it doesn't hail too much,
No,
but it's
I
not
mean, it hails quite a
unexpected.
bit. It hails quite a bit here. Last major one that we had was in 2020, took out tons of roofs. The crazy thing is it only hits like certain spots. It doesn't hit
Real
like,
heavy, right?
yeah. So this go around we experienced pea, golf ball, and baseball size hail. I mean,
Hmm.
baseball that took out skylights,
Okay.
double
Okay.
pane skylights, because here we have to double pane everything. I think we did have some metal that was pretty significantly damaged. So anyway, let's address the elephant in the room.
What's the elephant, Sandy?
Where the hell have you been?
Let me give a little bit of backstory here. And Sandy and I will volley it too. So on March 15th, I don't even remember what happened, but we were like, oh, we're gonna have to skip tonight, everyone. Everyone was kind of in their own
Spring
thing.
break. I went on spring break.
Okay, you were on spring break.
Yeah, so I was like, "Hey, I won't be on the show. I'm actually gonna be driving. I don't know what my internet stitch is gonna
That's right.
be."
That's right. So then there was that. I know I was dealing with some sickness in the family, and it was just one of those things where the sickness is just like, oh my gosh, it's overwhelming. And I don't remember Joe, but
Joe was
it
doing
was Joe.
photographs. Joe
Yeah.
has been crazy busy
He was
with
going
his
around everyone just,
photography.
yeah, exactly. So then the thought was, okay, everyone, we're not going to have the show tonight. We'll be back next week, which was March 22nd, right?
Mhm,
And
mhm.
so if we go back, that means that our last show aired on March 8th. Okay, so that was a Wednesday evening. So
Mhm.
March 8th was the last time you saw us. And then, believe it or not, we actually thought tonight was March 22nd.
Shut the No mames.
So from our perspective, we're right on time, okay?
It was just the week was 3 months long.
Yeah. You know how that goes, everyone. You've
Angry
all
face.
been there.
I have a feeling Sean is coming in here.
You do? Oh gosh, I see it. So on our side of the room, we get to see the little emotion emojis that you put up, and and Sean is notoriously
Notorious.
famous
Yeah.
for a specific emoji that always shows up on all of our shows. So anyway, that's how can we zip. So anyway, skip forward some months. We didn't do it because there's been a lot going on in our world. In mine, I have been busy. I can't speak for Joe and Sandy, but I can definitely share in my world. I have been crazy busy.
I mean, pretty much Joe and I were available. Jamie was not. We're just going to put that right there where it is.
And I'm going to get to that later. And this is going to
CPJ
be.
says, I've been wondering. I checked to see if you blocked me.
Oh.
We would never block you.
So as we go through tonight.
Hi, Jamie.
Huh? Hey,
Vita.
Okay, no, I know I see the name. That's not all her name. So I was like, do I call her Vita or do I call her by her name that I know her by? So we'll just go by Vita since that's what's on there. Hey Vita, thanks for showing up tonight. So as we go through the evening, we're going to share some what we thought was going to be like what's happened since we've been gone. So we're going to bring up certain topics.
Oh, I wish we would have had that since you've been gone. That'd have been good. Time stood still for 3 months now, back in stride. I mean, it was
okay.
Is it Shavita? Like, are we saying it correctly? Okay.
Yeah, Shavita's right. I just didn't know if she wanted me to call her Vita. Since
I have a friend, her name is La Vita.
Oh, wow.
But it's with the DA, not TA.
Oh, La Vida.
Yeah.
Like La Vida, living La Vida Loca. Oh my gosh. Do you tell that her all the time?
I don't, because I'm sure she's heard it a million times.
Okay.
I got called Morgan today, by the way.
I don't see a Morgan in you or around.
Well, no, she didn't see me. She just said, "And what is your name?" And I said, "Sandy." And she said, "Okay, Morgan." And I said, "You know what? I've not been called that before, but let's run with it." Because my friend Morgan, I could never be as cool as Morgan.
Because when she calls and asks for Morgan, and everyone's like, "No idea what you're talking about. There's no Morgan here." There'll just be one less call you have to worry about that day.
Thank you. That'll be next week's problem.
Okay, sounds good.
Vita says, "Oh wow, I love it." She said, "I hear it all the time."
Okay. All right. So yeah, we've been doing some stuff for the last 3 months. Nothing bad. So I don't know if anyone was feeling like we were disbanded, because I know I got a few messages while we were out.
I know Joanne felt like that.
I know I got a message from her at some point. She says, "You know, you could have said bye."
She said, "Did you say thanks? You too." You know what? I probably did. Hey Morgan, how you doing?
Yeah. So oh man, where to start? There's so many places. Why don't y'all ask us some questions and that'll help us prompt moving forward.
I did a whole slideshow of what I've been doing.
Okay, let me pull that up.
So you're just gonna have to like pause on every frame, that way I can explain what was going on.
Okay.
Let's see. Joe says, Chon says, "And the old man," and then he says,
be here.
He'll be here. Well, we'll let him share that. Joe's been busy, but he'll be here and he'll tell you all about his stuff.
Yes.
We don't want to tell you all of his stuff.
Yeah.
Sean, thanks for hopping in here. We've missed your angry little face.
Speak for yourself.
I've missed your angry little face, Sean.
As soon as I can find there we go.
I made sure not to put any music on it because I know. Oh, wait.
Oh.
Someone just hopped in here. Hold on. We cannot.
Let's give it a minute. He's got technical things too sometimes. So yeah. So Sandy, tell everyone a little bit about hey Joe, welcome back, man.
What up, Joe?
What up?
Man, look at that light. Let's let the camera get a chance to focus properly.
Look at this. I asked Andy about you, Jamie. I thought I was blocked too. I mean, everybody reached out and I'm like, Jamie.
Yeah, so I don't know. I know I got messages from everyone and I was so busy. And then I was like, we're almost going to come back. Let me just see if I can hold off the excitement and let them be like, are they coming back or not? And then we hit them with tonight's episode and be like, oh, they're back. You know what I mean? That was kind of the thought process. I don't know if it really worked out.
That wasn't my thought process.
That was mine.
I was like, Jamie, are we going to do this or not?
She didn't like that.
Sean said, Mr. Tip Ass.
Yeah. So Sandy, one day, she was like, "Why are we still paying for this service if we're not coming on? Are we coming back or not?" And I was like, "Yes, yes." And again, I will
I
get to
sure
it later.
did.
What's happened for me? Um, but
I was
anyway,
aggressive
we've
about
got
it.
some new people kind of watching tonight. Why don't we just give like a little, "Hey, who am I?" kind of
Yeah, go
thing.
for it.
So
Start with
Sandy,
you.
me. Well,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Well, all right. My name is Jaime, or they call me Jamie. Man, there's this weird lag I can see on my side. Anyway,
Yeah, I see it.
Jason
you see
Riley,
it too?
what up? We
I see
love
it
our
too.
Okay.
intro.
All right. We'll just run with it. Um, yeah. So I have known Joe and Sandy for the last 20 years, and we all live together down in Lubbock, Texas.
20.
And
I
what?
mean, 20.
20
Is
some
it?
odd years?
It's.
I think
Let
it's
me get
20
my.
plus.
I was gonna say, let me
20
get my
plus.
calculator. Hold
Because
on.
Blonna's like 20. She
Oh
turns
my
23.
gosh. Are you
Yeah,
serious?
Yeah.
I was okay. So it's been about 25 plus years, maybe close to
20,
30. That
24
is
years.
crazy. Okay, 24 years.
It'll be
Good
24 years for me
Lord.
and you.
Okay. So 24 years for Sandy and I, and 27 or 8 for Joe and I.
20, yeah, something like that.
Oh, 28. 28. Yep, 28 years. So anyway, that's how we know each other. And Joe and I, well, we all worked together at one point. We all traveled together at one point. We all
Yeah.
laughed together at one point, cried together. We all sang together, went to the club together.
We
And
did. We clubbed like crazy.
we
We
clubbed
were
like
club
crazy.
rats.
We broke
Club
down on the
rats.
side of the road plenty of times.
Yeah.
Almost got into accidents.
Yeah.
Saw lots of ghosts together.
We
So
did.
anyhow,
We
we
watched
are
Blair Witch together.
No.
we Blair Witch.
And you almost broke my arm. That was pretty
Hush,
cool.
yo, man. She always says that. Always
I'll never
brings it
forget
up.
it. I have to go to the doctor to
It
still
was-
see my dislocated shoulder.
So I am Joe's kid's godfather, and Joe and I met from KFC many years ago.
Many moons
Many
ago.
moons ago. And so actually, we've just been 3 friends. So just to give you a heads up on the social and distancing show, Joe and I wanted to do a
Hello,
podcast together
Elisha.
for a long time. We tried to do it, failed epically in our first 2 episodes. One, really. The second
No.
one, I forgot to hit record.
Yeah, so that was somebody else's failure.
Yeah. But we don't talk about that time much. Anyway, we ended up doing a web show that worked out really well. We asked Sandy to come on. She was phenomenal. We were like, will you do this permanently with us?
And I was like, no.
No.
She had a writer.
She was voluntold.
Yeah.
And I'm still just a guest. I've never left.
She's still the number 1 guest. And so, and then, guys, we were like, what do we do if we have to lock down? And we are 3 of the most social butterflies that we know in our circles. And so it's like, well, let's just continue meeting people, bringing them on the show, and let's just keep meeting. So 5 days a week, we got together on the social and distancing show every night and did it for quite a while. So here we are now.
Yeah, this is like, what, season number 6?
Season 6, Joe.
Man, y'all got some issues. Y'all are lagging.
What?
Really?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Joe,
start
you
shutting
just
down some
froze for a little
programs.
bit. Jamie, you're lagging. Did y'all pay y'all's bills?
But let's see here.
Joanne says y'all being antisocial is what the hell is up. Joanne is not satisfied with anything.
Joanne, we promise we are going to make it up to you, okay? Promise. This will be all...
Don't be promising. We
Yeah,
don't know if we can deliver.
Don't make no promises like that.
Hey, Elijah. I saw Elijah. I didn't see his comment earlier.
Yeah, he just said, hey, guys. He came in here with a howdy, probably because we're from Texas.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
closing up stuff left and right. Y'all keep going.
Oh. So, what were we talking about?
So we were just talking
tell
kind
a
of about
little
our
about yourself.
day. Oh, yeah,
No.
that's right.
Oh,
Because
Oh,
we got new viewers tonight.
Oh, that's right. Did you finish?
Yes,
I
go
kinda cut
ahead.
you off.
'Cause-
Well,
No, go ahead, because
You're
I'm lagging
kinda
and I'm
lagging.
trying to
Well,
shut down
also,
stuff.
you were taking forever. It was supposed to be a short intro, and
That was short for me.
You
What are you
just kept
talking about?
going and going and going.
that's
and
why I'm like, what are we even talking about? What day is it?
You just kept talking. I was like, so is he done or what? Anyways, let me show you how it's done, Jamie. My name is Joe Baker. I'm a photographer here in Lubbock, Texas, and I also own another business. We do computer systems, so I'm the full Asian stereotype. So, and I have 3 kids and a wife. She's over there listening. She's called the producer.
Oh, you cut out, brother.
I cut out. I like
You did?
Joe did.
Joe did.
Yeah.
You know what
Maybe
else I'm
it's
gonna do?
you,
I'm gonna
Sandy,
take this.
because I'm not seeing any. Like usually, I would see something on my side that says
It's really
hey.
weird tonight. You see, we come back one night and it's
Mhm.
like, oh heck.
Like I made sure like I'm not logged into any dang thing.
Let me look here. Let me check my internet speeds.
Let me call my assistant and ask him to check my internet connect.
No, I'm cruising. I'm at
My
600
internet
right now.
speeds are great too, but something definitely is lagging. So I'm actually going to take off this
Try
background.
to take off the green screen.
Pero
I
se
hear
me
you, Joe.
olvidó. I don't even remember how to take it
all of you
off.
sound great, huh? Sandy, I think it's your end. They look great on my end. Well,
Oh,
Oh snap!
babe,
now
Eric,
Yeah.
check my internet connection. I think I'm lagging.
He said, "Yeah."
Okay.
All right, love you, bye.
Oh, and I've moved into a new location.
there we go.
I
And
see
so
that
that's-
tacky picture back there.
That's why.
What?
Yeah, it's terrible, right?
Debbie, hey lady, how are you? Give Ben a
Closing down
big
apps
hug
left and
for
right.
us.
Yeah, yeah, Jamie, you're like watching an old kung fu theater movie. You're like, we see the words, but then your mouth's moving like at different things. It's totally weird.
Your mouth is moving.
Yes, it is. Again,
Thank you for noticing.
So,
I'm shutting down Discord. I'm shutting down Zoom. I'm gonna shut. I've been doing this program for a while, and I'm like having to just shut down everything because I realize.
oh, and
I've
then
used-
so during the break, my daughter has gone to UT, and we moved her to UT, and then we moved her back. Yeah, it's so funny because I was like, "Hey, you know, there's a big basketball game going on, right?" And she's like, "I have no idea what you're talking about."
What even is sports and
You're right, exactly. So she has 0 F's about sports. So
Yeah.
that's good. But she's back for the summer, and we'll have to move her again in August.
Where to? Or can you say?
Back to UT.
Oh, okay.
she's just home for the summer?
She's just home for the summer.
Stop.
Sorry.
What do we do
Not
to
y'all.
you?
Not you.
Sorry.
You don't need to stop. Y'all keep going.
Okay. It is, and I don't have the clickety clack. This room
Oh,
actually
look.
has carpet now.
Hold on. Oh, boo.
Oh
We
my
have
gosh.
Melissa saying hook 'em. Melissa.
No. He's saying, Sean is saying, bout. That's what he said. Bout.
About
I
it.
think
About
Jamie
it.
About
did the
it.
blur on purpose. Jamie did the blur on purpose because he's got little critters running behind him.
That's true too. I do have little critters, man.
Oh, he's starting to catch up a little faster. So keep closing down those
closing.
programs.
Pretty sure this guy's always telling me to close down my stuff before I come on.
Right, exactly.
Maybe it's Facebook. Can you hear me still?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look, Janae would like to say, Jamie, you're always bugging on that internet connection of yours. What kind of IT guru gangsta?
He thinks.
So yeah, I have been in what I've been doing these last 6 months has been everything that happens on the show happens in the program that I'm in, and so it has been like, oh my gosh, you kidding me? They started to take up a GoFundMe account for my internet services.
That's very nice of them. When are they going to deliver the money?
I'm waiting for it still. I don't feel like I feel like they
Are
haven't
you
racked
still
up
on
enough.
dial-up? Is that the problem?
No.
He
I
found the
don't know what
AOL
it is. I
cartridge,
really
that
don't.
CD. You're about to run out of minutes.
Dude, it's so funny because there's one of our customers that use the AOL email, and I'm like, you still use AOL?
I have,
Dude,
I
there's
have
a
people
small-
that have AOL.
Yeah,
email.
there's a small group of people out there that do.
The 1990s calls me every time wanting
I'll be right
that
back.
email address
I'll
back.
be right back.
Oh, okay. He's leaving.
Okay, so a little bit about me. I'm married, have 2 boys. One is out on his own, he'll be 23 this year. Then I have a 17-year-old who's a senior. And I'm not ready for him to be a senior. Oh my gosh. And let's see, love to travel. I'm an insurance agent that pays my bills. I'm a hobbyist photographer that does not pay any bills whatsoever. And oh, Eric says I'm not lagging. It's
Yeah.
y'all.
So I
not
think
me.
I definitely think it was Jamie then. So because I'm not usually, if I'm having connection issues, there's a little icon that pops up on my thing. So I think it's him causing all of us.
Okay, so that just was so weird. Like it froze on me. Maybe it is me because you froze while you were talking. So then I
Mhm.
stopped because I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Look, Melissa says, close out Oregon Trail. Close out your Galaga, Jamie.
Gallagher.
Janae says she has AOL. Oh my God. Wait, I think it's
Oh,
the 90s calling. Hold on
right.
just a second.
Do you still have the disc? Do you put it in your
Yeah.
computer to make sure?
Once his frozen pictures start selling better. That's
Oh
funny.
my goodness.
But anyway, I guess what were we talking about?
Yeah, you went on a photography trip too, didn't you? This weekend?
Listen, I did. Okay, so that was so cool. I mean, I had the best time. So if you don't know me, everything in my head is just easy. Like if I say I'm going to do something, it should just be easy as it is for me to conjure it up in my brain.
Right. Yep.
So my friend's like, hey, come over. And I'm like, okay, we're going to go have some steak. She's like, you can take pictures of the horses. I'm like, yes. Anyway, these horses have ADHD. They don't stand still. I can't pose them like I wanted them to. I'm like, hey, I'm going to need you to be like this way. And the horses did not want to be that way.
No.
And Eric, shut up. Oh, Melissa says, blow on the disc.
No, that's the Nintendo cartridge.
That's the
NES
Nintendo. You're getting it all confused. Eric said, like taking pictures of airplanes at night. That's it for a different episode, Eric Abby. But anyways, the horse pictures, they were very challenging. It was a workout. It was mosquitoes.
Oh yeah.
And so there was that. So the shots that I managed to get, I'm super proud of because I had to work for that. I told Eric I felt like a model because I'm holding my camera like this, and I'm zooming in and out because they're like coming right at me because they want to see what it is that I'm doing. So I have some that they're like right here. Anyway, the horse stuff I loved it. It was so much fun.
Very cool.
Are we
and
pulling out your
then-
pictures?
I'm sorry?
Are we going over the pictures that you sent?
No, this is that was a slideshow of everything that's happened from March until now. So we'll do
Gotcha.
that in just a minute. But and then Sunday, I was supposed to be like doing dishes and laundry and cleaning my house, but I was like, babe, let's go to Caprock Canyon. And he's always down.
That sounds
He's
so much
always
better than
down.
cleaning.
It does, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, let's go. And I was like, oh, I should have had my camera ready. He's like, well, just get it ready at the entrance. Don't worry about it. Bam, drove over the cattle guard, and guess what was coming at us? Buffalo.
Oh,
So the herd was migrating for the evening. I mean, if I'd have been earlier, we wouldn't have caught it. If I'd have been later, we wouldn't have caught them. They were just right there. And then I had a white people moment.
I thought you were going to say an epiphany.
No,
But that's okay.
no, the little buffalo was next to the truck.
Uh-huh.
And I thought,
You wanted to touch it, didn't you?
I wanted to pet it so bad. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. I was going to be viral on TikTok, bro.
We have seen this over and over again. We talk about it all the time, Sandy. How could you?
I was like, like my hand was like, yes, I should do it. Anyway, I didn't do it.
I can just do this.
Shame on you. Shame.
Listen, y'all are going to be so proud of me. Look, I don't know how many of you watched this old show called Dukes of Hazzards, but they would like climb in and out of their windows. So I did never set foot on the ground. Y'all be proud. Like, I'm not trying to get maimed or trampled. So anyway, I climbed out through the window and then got into the bed of the truck and was sitting back there getting pictures. And I mean, it was just so amazing. It was such a good time. Anyway, so then I climbed back in through the window to get
Daredevil too.
I know. Oh, so good. And then I was like on top of the truck trying to get like headshots. I mean, y'all should have seen me. I was great. This is freaking National Geographic
You're
up
like
in here.
Were you
Spider-Man all
shooting
over
in
your car.
manual?
Yeah, of course I was, girl. No, I wasn't. I mean, wait, when you say manual, because I don't know terminology. What does that mean?
That the dial was in M mode and you had control of all the settings?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I have to. I don't know anything any other way, brother.
Nice.
Shoot. And then, but because I was like I was going to shadow, so I had to shift it real quick, and then I was going back into the light to get them because they were moving. So what upset me though was there was other people trying to leave the park, and they were pressing on the buffalo, which means the buffalo were trying to get a little bit faster, and I was like, just park your damn car and wait for them to move on their own time.
They got the right of way.
Exactly. They do have the right of way. But anyway, so
Mhm.
I just calmed down. So anyway, after they moved on and I got all the pictures that I wanted, because I still have a ton more. I have a ton more that I need to share. But so then we went on, and then there was a rattlesnake on the road. And I'm
Oh,
like, Eric, snake, 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 stop. So I said, okay, Eric, rewind the truck. So I opened the door
Rewind.
and I stood and I was like, he's like, just tell me when to stop. So we're rewinding and the snake is right there. But then I get my camera ready because I'm like trying to move my little settings, get it ready to go. And the snake takes off.
of
Oh,
course.
and that's why you only got the
He's
tail.
more scared of
No,
you
no,
than
I got the entire snake, but I was zoomed in on the tail there at the end. I was like, shoo.
it was pretty cool.
Because they had 9 rattle thingies. Okay, I'm not sure how true this is. I don't think it's accurate, but they say that's how old it is when it has like how many ever things. But I would need to ask
That's not true.
a hermetist or whatever they're called.
Herpetologist.
That's what I said. Anyway, so that was cool. And then I got some lizards, and then anyway, I think that's everything. So then I had to come home, boo, and do laundry and dishes.
So you still had to
Adulting.
clean and do laundry. And all
Well, I didn't do that. That's a lie. I got on and edited.
Okay, wow.
Like, never mind.
Eric, be kind and rewind.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I
Rewinding the
need to
truck
find
just like
that.
the old. Yes. I don't even want to say reverse. Rewinding is so much cooler.
It is. It's much cooler.
Okay.
You're not lagging anymore there, Mr.
I
Pena.
hope I'm not, or at least very minimally.
I couldn't
Minimally.
record and snap pictures at the same time. Sorry.
Yeah.
But okay, if you looked at my video of the buffalo, I was like a kid at the candy store. I cannot even tell you. I had like grin ear to ear. And what was I gonna tell you? Hold on, I lost my train of thought.
Squirrel.
Oh, I can't remember what I was gonna say. Oh, so our truck is diesel, and it's super loud. But if you watch my video, you can hear the buffalo over the truck, which is craziness. Like just how loud it's almost like a purr. It's like a buffalo purr or something. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I could buy that. I could see that.
So I don't know if y'all remember, when we went to do the Milky Way, and I told y'all we heard that skinwalker.
The
Remember
skinwalker or the chupacabra, whichever
So
one.
that buffalo noise that's the noise that I was hearing in the background. That's how I knew that everything was okay until it wasn't.
Until it wasn't.
Until it was.
And I've been watching that. There's a show called Skinwalker Ranch, and there's a new one that just started called like Beyond Skinwalker Ranch, where they actually visit other places that are said to have stuff going on. And there's some, I'm like, I know it's all staged, but then there's some stuff where I'm like, I don't know. It's a little creepy. So anyway.
Skinwalker Ranch is creepy and dramatic at the same time, but I like to watch it. I haven't watched it in a while.
But you know what? I always go back to the Reddit for Missing 411 and hear people's stories, and I'm just like,
isn't he amazing?
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm so glad for him.
I'm still thinking to myself, I'm like, why do you still go out there, people? Like, just stop.
Why do I still want to pet the buffalo? I've seen people be mean, but I still want to do it.
Please do not be like Sandy.
What? Why? What's wrong with being me?
Don't be like the other people.
Do it.
Okay, those
I
people
want to
touch those animals.
You're close to it.
They're like gender reveal people, and they're like the worst people on the planet. Almost. Okay, pretty close. So.
See, you just wanted to say gender reveal.
Probably,
you just wanted to be mad.
You just wanted to go into a segue about gender reveal.
No,
that's what.
Speaking of those kind of people, listen. Speaking of those kind of people, I shared an article today. Have any of y'all been to Yosemite? Yosemite has these huge. I'm trying not to say the word glory and hole in the same sentence, but they have these huge holes. It's called morning glory. Anyway, that's what it's called. Not the geysers. They're like bubbling pools.
Oh, yeah. The hot water. The stuff that burns.
Like if you put a chicken in it, it's going to bake or cook.
Yeah.
So anyway, tell me why this lady decided to go stick her toe in that water. Why? I shared the article today. The same people listen,
It's
we have to
it's the
do
trifecta.
something.
They like to dip their toes in that stuff. They like to have gender reveals, and they like to touch the animals. Oh my
Yes.
gosh!
And they say, "Hold my beer."
And then they're like, well, we don't know what happened. We just thought we could just pet it. No, you could not. You cannot
I'm
pet
like,
them.
does steam not give you any? Does the do not
Does
pass
the
sign?
smell? Does
The
the
salt? It's because it's a
smell-
sulfuric smell. It's a
Yes.
sulfur and methane, which are rank.
There are
Let's
signs.
dip
And
my
get this,
toe in it
the
and see what
sign-
happens.
They're very rank.
The
Very
signs
rank.
were
Oh.
donated by people who lost their son to one of those holes.
Oh my gosh!
They've been donating
I've seen
them
that
since
video.
the
Right,
70s.
there was this crazy video a few years back, right, where it wasn't a video; it was like the thing, like trap motion pictures or whatever. And you see the guy or girl, she's walking like around it or something, and then the next one just gone, and it's because she fell in there. Like it does, like every
You
2
can
5
feel
seconds
the
or whatever.
heat. Like you could probably steam your head and get some blackheads out, but you can feel the heat.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how. Anyway, this comment right here. Darian says,
What up? That's a buddy.
Skinwalker Ranch is like
Dude.
45-minute drive from me.
Have you ever been there, Darian?
Listen,
Have you
can
gone by
you,
it? Is it-
Darian, can you go over there and just
Go
tell
around
us
the
if it's
night?
real?
Like around
do it
midnight.
all live too.
Can
Make
you
sure-
do a live?
We'll pitch in for like battery packs for you so you can keep the whole the
Yes.
camera on all night.
I got $5 on your gas.
I got 10.
$5.
$2.50.
Yes.
Got it. Sold. Darian, get out there quick, man. Okay.
Yeah. What's your Venmo?
Throw it in the.
We'll
throw
do
in
it
the
right
comments.
now,
We'll
just to
send it
show you
now.
how
Yeah, and then-
invested we
yeah.
are.
I mean, summer just started, man. The other day was just the first day of summer.
So listen to this. Oh, like you, Darren, you're gonna have to rewind this episode. Joe said $250.
Man, he got you
Because
hooked.
I said $5.
I said $10.
$5.
I said $10. So.
Joe's donating the
But
most.
that's what happens when you're a big
250
shot
pennies.
photographer.
50 pennies. That's what,
Yeah.
that's what I meant.
when you're a
When
celebrity.
you can put tip line on your photography
Oh,
invoice,
shoot.
well, you know you've made it.
That's probably what he got in tips today, which is why he's willing to donate it so
And
fast.
they,
Fucking
and
Joe.
they actually
He probably
fill
gets
it
that
out.
on one.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
Sandy, you're like the white people who fall into old people.
That's what we're talking about. Yes.
Let's see. Did you hear about the man that touched the baby buffalo? Yes. I was so mad. Did you not
We
see my
were-
face? I made a whole post about it. It rejected the herd and it was euthanized. Listen, okay. So there is a chance these little buffaloes can survive, but no one called me because I would have adopted it and had my assistant take care of it. No joke.
No joke.
No, like,
It's really great when you have an
100%.
assistant as great as that is.
100%.
oh, Eric would like to correct me and say it's a geothermal pool. Thank you, babe.
It's always great to have someone like
It's
Eric
nice to
around.
have an assistant like that. that
Thanks,
actually will
assistant.
correct
Right, babe? You would have taken care of the little buffalo shoe.
They don't get very big. The buffaloes don't get very big.
They're little babies, little babies.
Have you seen those videos where they have the cow they did the same thing, and they're like, the cow just needs to be in the house at some points, and so the cow just comes in.
I don't appreciate this
I'm
right
like,
here. I'm
what?
pretty sure that it's all private property and you would have to trust Darian.
No. You would have to trespass.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
wouldn't. We're
Yeah.
we're paying you to.
We're okay with you
$50.
trespassing, by the way. Okay, we're absolutely okay with that.
So for you to trespass, that's fine.
It's a
Yes.
sacrifice that we're willing to make, Darian.
You
And
can
don't
sacrifice
necessarily-
yourself all you want. Okay,
You just need
get a
long
picture or an
lens.
audio
Just
of
get a
something
long
good though.
lens.
Yes.
And you can be right there at the bar fence and set up right there.
Messages for recommendations on long lenses.
Exactly.
Yes.
I
And
don't,
if you can find like what do they call it? The
sounds
little
like he's got a
Geiger
bunch of
counter.
excuses.
Get a
I don't
Geiger
know. It doesn't
counter.
really like he's not really dedicated to the
I know
cause.
it's like he doesn't
He
want to
just
go.
needs some push. That's all. He just
Darian,
needs some push.
Don't tell us that you're 45 minutes. You might as well have told us 45 days away because we still would have encouraged you to go.
Right.
Yes. Make that your next destination spot.
Yeah,
It's
because
on
the total
everybody's list.
skeptic here doesn't believe any of it. So
And
Darian,
you
go
need
prove it to
prove
him.
wrong.
Yes.
Please.
Oh, look, he's going to do it. I'll tell them I'm a local and they'll let me.
There you go. There you go. I
Just
mean,
pull
the
out
area
your
looks
driver's
huge.
license.
you
I don't know that
already
they're going to
know.
necessarily.
He already has a plan
Yeah.
now. He already
Thank you,
has a plan.
Darian. We'll
So,
get
okay.
on that Venmo right now.
When
You
you
know,
get all
after
the-
the show, we hate to disappoint our customers.
When you get everything together, bring it to us and we'll run it. Okay.
Right.
We'll have you. We'll even have you on the show. You don't
Yeah.
even have to send
You
us all
can
the
narrate
evidence.
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
that'd be good. Do you have a good voice, Darian? It needs to be
Right.
butter, like butter.
Is your voice butter?
Like Robert
soup with
Stack butter.
Like,
Google
not like
Robert
what you
Stack.
hear right
Robert
now.
Darian, how old are you? You remember Robert Stack, right?
Darian.
Right? Please don't tell us.
I don't remember how
Like,
old he is.
if you say you don't remember, bro, I'm taking back my $5. I'm not.
Everyone put in the chat where Robert Stack was from, so Darian has a little bit of help. He can go research it.
No,
later,
no.
okay?
Darian has to answer first.
He says he can do garlic butter.
He's got a little seasoning on that
Oh,
butter.
don't say garlic because I'm gonna get nauseous. Don't do it. No.
Okay, let me tell you
Okay.
this news that happened while we were gone, okay? Because it made me think of something. For the garlic, I don't know why. A week or two ago, guess who came to my house?
Mr. Garlic.
Close. Dr.
Oh.
Ben.
Dr. Ben.
No. Why did I think
Yes.
of that? If you would have said ambergris, I would have known.
Well, I don't know why garlic is so. Butter. It's because of butter, right? That's why.
Group chant.
Let's do
Darian.
it.
Darian.
Go,
Darian.
You can do it.
Look,
So,
Darian has left the chat.
So Dr. Ben came to the house because we were watching one of his episodes some time ago, right? And my daughter was like, Dad, she's like, let me see your phone. And so she typed in the message in one of his comments and said, Mr. Ben, can you please do an episode where you, first off, Dr. Ben, he runs a cologne YouTube and he's been on our show quite a few times.
Highly
Great
suggest
guy.
it.
Oh my gosh.
Love the man.
The
Great
YouTube
voice.
is That Cologne Guy. That's his YouTube.
Yes, Darian, go watch it and then get that butter voice down. Thank you.
And so he, you know what's funny? I just realized he got a new mic 2 years ago. Specifically, he was going to get one anyway, but he got it when he came to our show. He wanted it to make sure he was good. So anyway, he came by the house because my daughter told him, "Can you review like a cologne or perfume that you could find on the cheap, and then tell us what you think?" So she was like Five Below. Y'all have Five Below?
Yes.
I watched that
Okay.
episode, by the way.
Okay, yeah.
So good.
So he went and got the cologne or perfume, brought it on the show. He called out my daughter and said, "This is for a friend's daughter," and he reviewed it. Well, he kept the cologne or perfume, whatever it was. He brought it to us for her a couple weeks ago.
So nice.
It was
Very
really,
nice.
it was really. Sweet.
Did y'all bowl too? Did y'all go bowling in your house?
No, I don't bowl. I
Bowling
watched
for
movies.
Sid.
We were in the, you
We're
know,
all in the dungeon.
the
You're in the
theater.
bowling alley of your house.
Yeah.
Dr. Ben said very nice things about us on the episode. Thank you for that.
Yes, he does. So sad news.
What?
He's ending his show.
Why? He's reviewed
Next
every
month.
cologne on ER.
He kind of was like, he didn't say that, but he was like, I reviewed a lot of colognes. He was like, a lot of my stuff is always on samples because if you go to a show, you'll see the cologne. Some of the colognes he reviews are really expensive.
Yeah,
like
they're
truly expensive. So he relies on a lot of these samples. But I think from what I gather from what he was saying, it was like he's done enough for the time being that he's okay. And so he was like, it made me really sad. Yes, it made me very sad. But I did say, well, maybe when Natalia goes off to college, you can restart it and bring it back. And he was like, now there's an idea. And he liked that. And then I tried to low key offer him Joe's position here on the show too. I said, we won't let Joe know. Joe will show up and we'll just keep blocking his square off and put Dr. Ben up there.
Small square. Why does my square keep getting smaller and smaller?
That's so
I'm
weird.
just kidding, Joe.
I would relinquish my spot for Dr. Ben.
For Dr. Ben.
I would.
Yeah, I wouldn't let you do that. But I
Janae
understand.
says, yeah, Jamie does have a bowling alley, vaulted ceilings, and a golf course.
Oh,
We did not know he had a
we've
golf
always
course.
One of those is a lie.
The vaulted ceilings. Sandy in her new pool. Oh, we don't have a pool.
Let me tell y'all real quick. You know, maids can be crazy. Can I tell you about my experience with maids recently?
Tell us, girl.
Let me tell you.
Did she mess up your bowling? She scratched your bowling
maids.
alley.
I
didn't she?
had
She's
some
rushed up the bowling
maids,
alley.
Mhm.
plural. I
Only,
had some
the
maids
owner's
come
only
into the
supposed to go
house
halfway
recently.
down the lane. What are
Okay,
you doing?
they came in and they acted like they were going to do everything, and they started and I was kind of like, okay, this is going to end up really well. I'm really happy with them.
What was the name
And
of the
then
business?
I left for a little bit, and I came back, and I was like,
Not so merry maids.
where are they? And my niece said they left after you left, Theo. And I was like, what?
What?
And so I go looking at all the stuff that was supposed to be clean. None of it's clean. I was like, what in the world? So I called the boss and I was
They went
like,
like
look,
this.
man,
They went like
your
this.
maids didn't
We're
cut it.
We're done.
I need what's up. So he's like, oh, we'll get another maid out there next week. And I was like, that's fine.
Next week.
And that's fine. So the maid comes, the second maid comes back on a Tuesday or
I
Wednesday.
used the towel.
And because they didn't get the ceiling fans. I was really upset about that. There's a lot of stuff they didn't get, but that I could see. So this next maid comes in, he gets the ceiling fans, and he's cleaning in places, and I thought he was doing it. So then again, I'm downstairs in the basement doing my thing, and I go upstairs and I'm like, where is he? The guy just disappeared. Like, he left my door open. He left all my lights on. It was like he literally was probably in the middle of cleaning something.
Oh, I know what happened.
What?
Your house is such a pigsty. They're like, fuck this. We're out of here.
Hell no.
They lied on this description.
Maybe that's what it was. But I was very... And so I finally got a hold of the owner, and he's like, man, I'm so sorry. I haven't even heard from that guy still. And I'm like, what? He goes, he just disappeared on us too.
You know what he was driving?
I was like, have you seen Missing 411? That's what happened. So anyway.
Because you are near some trees.
Yes. And so
mountains.
then he said, well, what would you like to do at this point, Mr. Pina? And I said, you know what? I said, I'm so sorry. I said, I'm not really sorry, but I'm sorry. Yeah, we just don't need to do business together anymore.
Someone is bored.
What is he doing? Oh,
He's very bored.
Okay, I'll be quiet then. Just sharing.
You just like bowed it.
So let me tell y'all what happened along the same vein, Jamie, that happened to you.
Your maid did the same thing?
No. So most of you guys know that we were working on building a home. We had some concrete work being done, and we specifically told all the workers, we're having concrete poured today. Please do not come out at all. Like, there's no way for you to come in. We're working on front door, back door, and garage. Only entrances. Please don't come in. So my concrete guy calls me, and he's like, Sandy, he only speaks Spanish. He's like, you have a bunch of marihuanos out here. Translation, you have a bunch of crackheads out here working for you. And I said, you're the only one that I have working for me right now. He said, well, let me tell you what happened. He said, my cement truck pulls up. They're pouring concrete. And we see this vehicle drive up. This lady gets out, steps into the fresh concrete.
Oh my goodness.
Fresh, like they have not smoothed it over. It's just being poured out. He said, and we move on because we just finished pouring there. So we move on to the side of your house. And we see another truck pull up. The truck guy comes up there, doesn't speak a whole lot of Spanish, but he says, hey, I think one of your workers has passed out up in the front. And this isn't funny, but I'm freaking laughing my ass up when he said it. He said, I went over there, and the same lady that had stepped in the concrete got herself out, but then she like passed out.
Oh my gosh.
He said, so we're just kind of like, do we call the ambulance? Like, we don't know what to do. He said, and it was the weirdest thing. He said, because then this truck drives up, and I guess they see her passed out. Well, they just pick her up and just take her on over there. And we're just kind of left like, what just happened? Like, no idea. I have no idea who they were. They weren't anybody that
Did she eventually just disappear?
No, this vehicle, just took her. They just loaded her up and took her. But she was...
Better watch out for a lawsuit.
Yeah, but she was she was trespassing. Heck no lawsuit. It would be a crackhead. Would be a crackhead that would sue me. I just throw a rock at her.
Speaking of passing out,
but
I had a little bout. So we were doing some stuff at the old house, and we need to pull weeds and pick up dog poop in the backyard. And so I'm like pulling weeds, Jet's back there, and pulling weeds, and then I pull some weeds, and I stand up, and then I'm like, I don't feel very good. And Jet thought I was playing.
He's like, Dad, that was a really good performance.
Dad, show me how you fall on your face again, please. Do that that trick without your hands.
Yeah, I was just like wham, and I cut my nose right here on the
Oh,
because
man.
our backyard over there is gravel. So, and I just get, and he says I just pop right back up. He goes, he just said, "You were standing there, Dad,"
Joe
and then all
goes,
of a sudden he just,
and it just goes right back up.
he goes, "Dad, are you okay?" I was like, "I think I better go inside." So,
Your batteries were already overcharged.
yeah, I was.
You had to,
it was
you
not
had
a
to
good day.
reboot.
I believe I was dehydrated. It hadn't happened since, but I was dehydrated and I just fainted. It's so weird because I didn't feel any pain, like from like smashing my. I think I got a headache the rest of the day, but it wasn't.
That was the pain.
That was the pain. I scared my family. They were a little scared, so
I sure were.
Yeah.
I called him up. I was like, "What the heck are you doing, man? Quit playing around like that."
For
Yeah.
real.
And then so I walk inside and I'm sitting at the table and I'm just I was like, I just need to rest. I just need to rest and drink some water. So I'm drinking some water and I'm resting. And the next thing I know, they're yelling at me. And I was like, what? They're like, you passed out again. So I passed out at the table and they said they were lifting my face and I wasn't responding to anything.
But you didn't fall out of your chair.
I didn't fall out of my chair this time. So yeah, that was fun. It was fun.
It was something.
Okay, Mr. Nessie.
John.
It was basically narcolepsy. I was like,
That is
Man.
crazy. That's
Yeah.
scary.
So
yeah, that was lots of fun.
I'm glad you haven't had any.
Joanne would like to diagnose you with not used to yard workitis.
That's it. Yeah, not used to yard
He
work.
had a gravel backyard. I mean, there wasn't that much to do to begin with. Let's.
So I was bending down, pulling weeds, putting them in the trash can. That's what I was doing. And
The lesson learned, Joe, was
don't pull weeds.
exactly.
Pay the maid to do it.
Pay a maid to do
You
it.
have kids.
That
Yes, pay
disappears.
the maid. Yeah. Oh, you know what? So I called Sandy on that. You remember Sandy the weed story? I had a guy to come out and do the yard.
It's
No,
kind
no,
of
this was a separate guy, not the
different guy.
mower
Not the
guy.
pills guy.
This is the weed guy. So the company, his
That guy.
store name or whatever is the Weed Man. And contrary to popular opinion, I thought I was getting the weed, right? Because I live in Illinois. And so when he came out and was killing the weeds in the yard, I was like, oh, I guess I need that too. That's fine. And so
You're like, those are real.
those are, I was like, that's not what I'm talking about, man. I was like, I thought
Those
you
are
were
my
going to give me my
plants.
regular supply.
My hydroponics.
My hydroponics. So
the Mary
anyway,
Jane.
the guy comes out, right? We didn't know this because we started noticing the weeds growing in the gravel part of the front yard. And so we're like, my wife is the one who tells me this. She goes, yeah, so he came out. I asked him, why are they spraying this part, where the gravel is? So there's the yard, then there's the sidewalk or the walkway, and then there's just this extra area up there, right, where the bushes, trees, and stuff are. He tells my wife, we don't do that. We only do the yard. Anywhere that a yard breaks, we don't do that either. So it's only one continuous yard.
That don't make sense to me.
Doesn't make a dang lick of
What's
sense,
that?
Sandy. I was like, say what? And she was like, yeah, they don't do they don't do the breaks in your yard.
What even does that mean?
Like I said, if the yard has
not
like a walkway and then there's another small yard, like a patio almost, not really patio, but imagine the space a patio would be. That's where the rest of the rock and the tree and the bush and stuff is. But there was weeds growing there. So we asked him to take care of that. And he said no. So I was like,
he's like, nah.
I was like,
He's
I would
like, that
love
ain't
to
my job, man.
Yeah. I was like, you don't have to worry then. You're exactly right. I was like, because it's not your job anymore to worry about anywhere here.
Like, we're
Please
done.
exit the property. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200. Bye.
I wouldn't have paid him.
I wouldn't say livid. It was just one of those annoying things in life, right? You're like, what?
You're like, that is the dumbest thing I've never heard.
Yeah, that's the
don't
dumbest
get
thing
the
that never
breaks.
happens.
I'm like, what? Anyway.
You should have said, where's that in your contract?
Should have
Yeah.
said that.
Show me where.
Freaking shit.
Is that on your website? Because I want to see it on your website. 'Cause
I
I'm
wanna
gonna leave the
see it.
review.
Tell me something.
I do want to see that review.
All right. So I've been busy for the last 6 months, right? And when we went off a little before, I said that there was something I was going to do, right? So this Friday,
Please go back, take your memory back 3 months to remember that last sentence that he said.
so I chose to sign up for a program where I would transition. I'm looking to transition my career into cybersecurity, specifically in something we call the GRC realm, which is governance. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Regulations and control.
I'm
Government
looking to
cheese
transition.
program.
Okay, I'm looking to transition, and I'm nearly done. I'm practically done with the program. I will be looking for new work here very soon, and excited to start that new workout. It is going to be nice and lucrative and comfy and all these other things. And so I'm excited to start going there. But I have been doing this program for the last 6 months. Guys, I cut out video games. I cut out going to movies. I cut out watching TV. I cut out hanging with my family. My daughter had the worst birthday she said she's ever had because I was like, I'm really needing to focus. And we get these projects that we
Notice
do.
he didn't say he cut out on comic books.
He did not say that.
I sure didn't cut out on comic books. So, but I've been sacrificing hugely. So that essentially that whole, you got time to lean, you got time to clean scenario, right? That's what I've been doing. If I got time to lean, I got time to study and practice and learn, basically. And so I have really been putting a lot of effort into this. And someone wrote me a really nice email today. And I'm not going to read it to y'all.
Did they use AI?
Yeah.
No.
Did they use ChatGPT?
No. I was actually
by ChatGPT, just so you know.
What?
I was
All
going
of my
to read
comments
it.
are on ChatGPT. So
Wait, say that again, Joe?
everything I've been saying is from ChatGPT, just so
One more time, just so I can hear it clear.
Sound more interesting.
What'd you say again?
I said.
Why are you repeating that?
I said.
I said what I said.
You ain't gonna try to get me like that.
I was just curious.
You ain't never met no Martin Luther King.
Okay. Can I
I
read
say
you this
that, and I
email?
don't even know where that came
You
from.
said you weren't going to, and now
I
you
want
are
to.
going
It's
to.
such a nice email. No one had to write this out
You're
at
gonna
all.
make me blush. I didn't want you to share it.
Like, set the background on it.
Okay,
set the
here's the
stage,
background.
and then don't read it. Just kidding.
Okay, never mind. I'll post it up some other day.
No, go ahead.
Just read the
Thank
most
you.
captivating part of it.
It's all. I'm a guy who likes words. It's all captivating.
Okay.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to copy this.
Just
I'm
put
going
it
to
in the
paste
comments.
it in the
They
chat,
can read it.
and I'm going to let y'all kind of do. I'm going to see what y'all splice up in there.
Like the first,
Just don't read. Just don't read
just don't read.
the part where it says "you filthy animals."
Ow.
That's
You
all.
wrote it yourself?
No.
Oh.
Okay, let me tell you on that real quick.
You
I've been
ChatGPT.
dealing with people who have been going through the program, right? And they're like, "Hey, Jaime, would you mind writing me?"
Darian is back now that we haven't said skinwalkers.
Wait,
He said
he's like-
Compulon.
So Darian is actually part of the program. He's one of the people from there. So is Janae. But
Welcome, Darian. Welcome,
so
cut his
I
smack.
forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh, sorry. That was my
It's
bad.
okay. It happens.
You were talking about yourself.
I love doing that. Doesn't everyone love talking about me?
Nope.
So
Nope. It's all- Negative.
I'm gonna just go. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just transition to some comic books. How about
Did you
that?
throw it in the chat?
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Let's see here. Person number 1
What?
equals bros before hoes. Person number 2, blood is thicker than water. Jamie equals comics before kids. Dr. Pineapple.
Welcome to the show.
Oh my gosh,
Welcome.
guys. Okay, I'm gonna toot the horn on Dr. Pineapples for a minute.
We prefer that. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
For those of you who don't know, my wife, she has her PhD in marriage and family therapy, and she is an awesome therapist.
Awesome.
She has been working in the DEI realm on higher education, which is diversity. I wanted to say exclusion, but that is totally not it.
She does not do
Equity. Oh my
That's the
gosh.
opposite.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's what DEI is. Okay. She was working at a local university doing that as an agent. Y'all,
that. Secret agent.
my wife, she was in the local paper because she got a position as the vice president of DEI at another local university here in town. It's their first position for this, and she got it.
Congratulations, Dr. Pineapples.
Absolutely.
Congrats.
Yeah. So
Congrats.
she is.
We know you couldn't have done it without all those comic books to help you
That's
I
right.
know,
in your
exactly.
role.
Anyhow, congrats to her. She's amazing. So, I mean,
think
honestly,
she's
she is
going
doing
to the
like
comics.
some major work in the community with that. You know what I mean? Like, it's absolutely awesome.
We are very proud of you.
She
Congratulations.
is a big push on those things. She helps. I don't know exactly what this role will do, but I imagine if it's anything similar to her
Vice
previous one,
president.
she helps the students on campus, like
She's the
just make
bumper
sure that they're feeling
president.
all included in the community, in the local college community and things, and so that they're just represented, and just she can say it so much better. We'll have to have her on one day.
Anita says, "Wow, congratulations, Mrs. Pineapple."
Big deal.
Congratulations.
Truly a big deal. Did Joe already talk about his transition?
Did you already talk about the change?
Yeah, your change.
Joe has some big news for everybody.
Well, see, what had happened was
He went from Joe to the baker.
no, I did talk about moving. So I did
Okay.
move. We did talk
That's good.
about
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure.
I hope so, because the other thing was supposed to be top secret, but
I know he was
just
hasn't
spill it out
said
there. Just
anything.
throw my business out there.
That's why my
like,
wife never tells me secrets.
Oh, I know. Oh, no one tells me secrets because I blurt them out.
I tell people, I'm like,
it's in a sentence.
look, I get secrets are okay with me, but what's not okay with me
Rodimus, you're
what's up,
only
Rodimus?
an hour
Whoop.
late. No worries.
It's okay.
The issue I have, my rule is I give you 24 hours. If you're a close friend, so Sandy, Joe, once again,
No.
if you've done something wrong to your spouse or you've killed someone or anything else like that, I'm giving you a 24-hour head start. That's all.
All I know is I'm not telling you if I killed somebody. I'll tell you that.
Well, then,
Yes,
like,
please
right
don't. Please don't.
now.
But I will ask specifically. I'll be like, did you cheat on your spouse today? Did you kill someone today? Did you?
You never
whatever?
asked me that. I'm kind of sad.
Anyhow, 24 hours is as much time as I give you.
Jamie, do you want to pull up my slideshow that I created?
As long as it doesn't crash my computer.
Maybe that's what caused it. My slideshow.
Mm,
Did y'all
You
do
did?
y'all slideshow? I told y'all to do a slideshow.
Girl, you heard me say I've been doing this project thing or my work.
And then I said that does not matter.
I know you said that, and I was like, well, all right. Love you too. Jeez.
that
Jeez.
thing that I was supposed to
Okay,
do.
so don't start it
the
yet.
other day.
Do I have to play it? I thought you were going to go like slide by slide.
Yeah, I mean you do.
So I'm
have
going to
to
play and
it.
pause.
Yeah,
play
you're
and
gonna pause it.
Okay.
So since we've been gone, I now have a licensed driver in my house.
Another
Sandy,
licensed driver.
Another licensed driver. Yes.
My daughter started driving too this weekend.
She's got her license.
She's got her permit, but we've been putting her in the driver's seat.
Awesome. It is ass clenching adventure. That's for sure.
God.
It's very true.
I mean, you're holding on to that bar for dear life.
I'm
It's
like, give me a
called
piece
an
of
OG
coal. I'll give you a
bar
diamond
for
at
a
the end.
reason.
Yes.
It's called an Oh Jesus bar for a reason.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, he's doing good. He's only hit Eric's truck a few times. Other than that, he's doing really good. He's
So,
also
Are those kind of collisions?
not if we don't report him.
That's my kind of insurance agent.
And
right there.
he also is now employed at Whataburger. And I got to tell y'all a funny little story about Mr. K. Dabby. He, I'm going to try to give you the short and sweet version. He made mention that one of his friends was really loaded and she didn't have to work. And I said, do you think that we're having you work so that you can help us with bills? And he just kind of looked at me and I'm like, because you've been working for 3 months and you haven't paid anything. So, I mean, really, you're working just to kind of learn responsibility and all this good stuff. So he's like, oh, yeah, I hadn't thought about it that way. So if my child goes around letting you know that he has to work to help us. Please. He's just a little
Okay.
confused.
Okay, let's take a little side trip here on this topic for a minute. Okay, do you? I don't know how to ask this. I think I'm not sure how to ask this, but essentially what I'm thinking of is
No.
kids working summer, not lazing around, but should they work or volunteer work or doing something to get them through to their, that benefits them in the college run kind of situation? So with all that information, kind of, I'm not sure what I'm trying to ask. Like,
You're asking, should a kid work or should they not?
okay, let's go with that.
Joe, go for it.
I want both of my kids to work, but do they work? No.
Thank you for that, Jamie.
But why do you want them to work?
Because I just want them to get the experience of like dealing with people, dealing with customer service, dealing with like deadlines, dealing with like rules, and just kind of understand, not necessarily for the money, but just being responsible for, like doing things that are not
like being like contributing to society kind of thing, like the
I
bigger
don't care
picture.
about contributing to society. I just want them to get that life experience of talking with other people, working with other people. So like my middle child, she's worked maybe 2 weeks at a real job. And right now she's just doing school and she's not the most social person. So I'd like for her just to kind of get used to like being around people and talking with people and understanding that you have to, engage with people and build relationships.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
What about you, Sandy? We'll let you answer, then we'll get back to your slide. Sorry.
So the reason that I encourage teens to work, kind of a little bit what Joe said, I feel like they need to have some responsibility. They need to know what kind of people are out there, what kind of people they're going to be working with, working in the public. I just feel like it just opens up more opportunities. With Alex, I always told him network, get to know people. Like when you're out there, he worked at United. I said, you talk to people, you get to know people, people know your personality, you recognize their names, and maybe they would want to bring you onto their team. And so that's how and Cade, he's not a social butterfly as Alex was. So for Cade, he does need to learn, the people skills and stuff like that. So through another little tangent here, through Cade's eyes, I have learned now why people don't want to work. Everybody's saying, oh, it's so hard to find good people. Well, it's hard to find. He has some crap management. And he also has some very crappy customers. He also has some very crappy coworkers, to where Mama Bear just wants to say, F it, just stay home.
Right.
But that solves absolutely nothing for him. So I'm like, you deal with it head on. You tell this person this. I mean, just some of the things that he's told me. And it's just overall, this world is
like life experience.
Yeah.
And
they need life experience.
It's not so rosy.
No. Yeah, for sure. So let me catch up on these comments before we do real quick.
Okay.
So Janae says, my kid got student of the month and pizza with the principal. She came home that day with a bag of food. I guess she ate her food fast. And when asked why, she said she had nothing to eat. Kids be lying. My kid didn't want to go after school. My oldest kid didn't want to go participate in after school working because he told his teacher that he had to come help me. So basically she thought we were kind of poor and that we needed assistance and he needed to come work for the family.
Yikes.
So yes, they be lying.
Okay. Sorry, Janae.
CPJ says, I think it's wise to have a teen work while they are under your care so we as parents can navigate the responsibilities of clocking in on time, dealing with the hard boss, as well as learn how to handle money while we're there to catch some of the blows for them. And yes, that's one of the things too, is like I make sure that I ask him every day, how was everything? We've had some very tough discussions, stuff that we've had to go with him because of some of his coworkers. But he's doing really good with his money. I think he's been working, well, I guess since March, there towards the end of March. And he's got like almost $1,000 saved. So, and yeah, he buys a bunch of junk here and there, but we just told him like, put half of your paycheck back. And he's doing really good with that. We also have him paying $100 towards his insurance for his pickup. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that way, I mean, that teaches him a little bit of responsibility, going to work, getting himself there on time. Like mom and dad are not always going to wake you up because he's a hard sleeper. So that's something that he's going to have to teach himself. So,
Yeah.
Right.
We'll have to come back to this another point later on.
sure.
I think we could get some more comments out of the people, out of the audience later.
Yeah, for
but
sure. Definitely.
Thanks for entertaining that. Let's
Yeah.
continue on. I'm sorry.
Link gallery.
Okay. So let's see.
It's playing.
Okay.
I'm afraid if I fast forward, it's going to skip more than what I'm thinking.
Oh, I gotcha. I think I have it down. Oh, he also got his senior ring. We had a ring ceremony for him. We didn't think he was going to do it, but then he ended up designing it and getting it done.
Hush your mouth, John.
What did he say? Just like Jamie. And then pause this for a second, because if you look behind Joe, I also was there to take a picture of this, and it was amazing. It was so cool. Got up before sunrise to get this picture.
You did the sunrise version. I did the sunset version.
Yeah.
That matches about right.
So
And
that little
listen.
spot down in the bottom corner, like right there, on my picture, there's people camping.
Yeah, no, my picture too. There's people
Oh.
camping there.
There's
Yeah, it
people
was so
camping
crazy.
down there. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so cool,
I wanted to be like, hey, what's your name?
man.
No, it
and
was
it's
really cool.
scary, like tilting your camera over that edge. Oh,
Uh-huh.
because there's a part where you can be on the rail and actually like lean over, but there's also open rocks. So you can just be like basically over the cliff.
You know
And
what
this
it is?
is Horseshoe Bend in Page, Arizona. In case anybody would like to go.
Yeah, and
So
it's one of the most photographed spots in all of America.
There's people who see like the bottom, like canyons and stuff like that, bridges and whatnot, and they fall off on purpose and not accidental. They have a diagnosis for it called the call of the void. And essentially it's when you see some great chasm like that and you just want to fall off. You die, of course, but people who've never had any history of any kind of mental illness or depression or suicide, but just all of a sudden one day just fall over or fall off of tall buildings and stuff. It's if they're given that chance to look, they say that they call it call of the void or abyss. One of those two. Anyway,
That's demons.
It's
demons.
Yeah, Sandy. Yeah. Anyway, weird thing I noticed on both of y'all's pictures. So if I'm looking at just the canyon like this, you see, I don't know if my mouse is showing up on the screen, but anyway,
It is.
the canyon itself, like it's impressive, it's cool. But if I look at your camera lens, Sandy, and I look at yours too, Joe, from over here, it actually looks like someone's doing a heart, but it doesn't look that way in the real. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I'm looking at your picture behind you, and I'm looking at your lens, Sandy, and they both look like a heart.
I could see like so like a.
It's
I don't have an imagination.
It literally looks like this, like hands put together like that. It's so weird. But anyway, an observation I'm seeing on both of y'all's pictures. It's so weird.
Well, thank you.
That's a pretty shot, though, Sandy.
Oh man, it was so much fun. It was cool. So then we did a little tour, Antelope Canyon. That was cool. So
what the heck is going on?
No, go back.
Sorry,
different video. So Antelope Canyon is really cool. There apparently is a photography tour that we had no idea about. This particular tour that we were on did not offer that. We stopped at Saguaro National Park, where all the saguaros are. Saguaros are huge. I never imagined that they were that big.
They're way bigger than you think they are. They're like some of them are the biggest trees, especially here in the Lubbock area.
Yeah, they are a tree. No, it was so crazy cool how to see the saguaros. So.
It's kind of frozen on my side.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
so
like
did
it's
you go like down from Flagstaff down into it, or were you coming up from?
We were North Arizona. We were in Page, and then we went down.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, because you go down to Flagstaff. It's crazy because you can see all the Saguaro, and then all of a sudden they just stop.
Yeah, and it's just like just there, and then it's gone all of a sudden.
Yeah, because I guess the elevation change or whatever. It's just crazy.
Yeah. So Antelope Canyon, totally amazing. There's this one famous picture. It's a background. It's a Microsoft screensaver and
Oh,
it's one of
yeah.
these canyons. But there's one that has the famous light that comes through. That only happens at 10 o'clock in the morning. So
Oh, really?
get on that tour because my tour did not have that.
Yeah, and they throw dirt. There's a guy throwing dirt, and everyone has their cameras ready. To
Yeah.
take a picture.
So they can see the dirt in the sunlight.
Well, so yeah, it kind of causes that smoke that.
I'm
That
like, you're trying to
haze
give
in
me
it.
a really neat effect, but you're just throwing dirt at me, dude. Stop.
Quit kicking.
I get it. It's your fun thing, like
Right.
you know how in everyone's job you have that one guilty pleasure that you're like, oh, I get to tell them no,
Right.
not because I want to,
dirt
but
on
because I
people.
have to. But yeah,
Right. Yeah.
he's
He's doing it on purpose. Should've stopped
he
5
thought he
minutes
was like,
ago.
if I throw dirt, I can throw it in people's faces and get away with it.
So this part right here, this is my cousin. I had not seen him in over 30 years. So I called him up and I said, cousin, I'm coming through. And we stopped and ate tacos at the coolest place called Taco Guild. It used to be an old church. And I just imagined that there was dead
tacos.
bodies there at some point, and I ate
What?
tacos with the dead people.
You were like completely different. You're like, I'm like, blessed tacos. You're like dead bodies and tacos.
But anyway, so this is my cousin. We're same age. We just
30 years you haven't seen each other.
Yeah. They came to Texas, and then we had a huge tornado and
And it threw them.
and hell, and they lived in LA, born and raised in LA, and they were like, we're tired of earthquakes. We're going to come to Texas. Had a bad storm season that they hightailed it to Arizona, and that's where they've been ever since.
They're like, we're going to find somewhere in between here to land, promise.
Yeah. So that's where
Wow.
they've been.
Cool.
That's cool, Sandy. That's cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. Enjoyed that. Enjoyed his visit. It was really awesome. And then y'all are going to be so proud of me. I watched.
A musical.
Is it Tombstone?
Tombstone.
The
I
movie you
watched
saw Tombstone?
on the way to Tombstone, Arizona, because I'm like, I've heard of Tombstone. So we stopped. I enjoyed the movie. The movie was so good.
It's really good.
Birdcage Theater was actually a saloon, and it was so dang tiny. There was bullet holes still in the area. There was places where women of ill repute lived, and I was loving all the history.
It'll repeat.
Yes. So cool. I love historic stuff.
The
like this.
damsel's not in distress.
Yeah, no. So oh my gosh, I have to tell you a funky story about this. So what we had planned to do was like, okay, on our way back, we are I can't remember where we stayed, Lordsburg, I can't remember. Anyway, so we passed the Continental Divide, and we were trying to find a really cool spot to get night shots because the galaxy, because they have amazing dark skies. So Eric Googled it. He did his research.
He did his job.
Yes, he did his job. So here's what happened. We went on to an unauthorized area, like authorized.
Like Skinwalker Ranch, Darian?
Listen, Darian, if we can do it, you can too. Anyway, so the gate was open for this unauthorized area. So we went on through, and then I started panicking, and I was like, Eric, we can't go here. Do you not understand? Like, you better rewind out of here right now. So anyway, we rewind out of there, and then we go stop in this really dark spot. And I'm a little freaked out because I'm like, this is really dark. So then Eric's like, well, let's find a different spot then, because I didn't feel comfortable. I was like, something's going to come after us. So anyway, then we drive this way, and then Border Patrol is sitting there. And I'm like, Eric.
You better run. You need to run,
Eric,
Sandy.
No, be quiet. Listen, I told Eric, listen, what are two people from Lubbock, Texas doing with Rice Krispies and cookies driving up and down these roads? They're never going to believe that I'm going to be taking pictures. They're going to think I'm waiting on somebody. Eric's like, what? Yes. Yeah, Eric, it didn't even dawn on Eric that we could possibly be smuggling people. And Eric's like, no, it'll be fine, Sam. I'm like, it'll be fine for you, but not for me, Eric. And Eric's like, Sam, I don't get what the big deal is.
He doesn't get it.
And anyway, I had to be like, let's get the fuck out of here, Eric. So we didn't get our Milky Way shots because I was freaked out because I was like, this is Border Patrol land. There's people crossing right now. That's how close we were to Mexico. Anyway, So we just went back onto our hotel and did not get Milky Way pictures.
Dang it, Cindy.
I was scared.
I know.
Hi,
I don't
baby.
fault you.
Thanks for
Hey,
joining
Alex.
us.
What up?
You know, I was thinking earlier when we were
His
talking
ears are
about
ringing, I
Alex. Yeah. But I was like, man, I need to check up on him because last year he and I were talking about a job that he was looking at. So I'll just leave it at that. But
Okay.
I need to check up on him.
Well, you've been busy.
Yeah.
Collecting comics.
Collecting comics.
Yeah,
Oh, so this is pretty cool. We rented
a movie theater.
Oh, the assistant would like to say we were at least 30 miles from the border.
That's like right there.
It's like
Eric.
right there, Eric.
Still pretty close.
Like if you look at the map, that little black border, it's right in there.
We were an inch away from the border.
There
like
you
if
go.
you look at the map,
inch away.
like that. Use the inch. So anyway, we rented. Cade's birthday was actually in February. We rented a theater. Mario came out Friday, so we rented the theater April 10th so that we could watch Mario Brothers. Absolutely love the movie. Best movie of all time. There's a song in there that is so dang catchy, and I sing it all the time. I've downloaded it. Great
Sing
movie.
it for us. Let me hear you.
Peaches, peaches, peaches.
I don't know.
Oh, the producer's in there, and so is the Jet.
Oh, really?
I was
Yes.
out of town that week.
Joe was doing photography.
He was doing a photography thing again.
Alex says all is ship shape.
Okay, good.
Eric
good.
said it was an old mine. And then I don't know, Mr. CCO. Oh, Comaholics Anonymous over here. And
Collecting
then
Comics Anonymous.
CP
Comic collectors.
CPJ says Eric, white guy Abby. Okay.
I still need to watch that movie. It looks
Oh,
so good.
it is so good. I absolutely love it. No, it was really
That
good.
means a lot coming from Sandy because Sandy has these really morbid
Specific.
perspectives.
Very
Yeah.
specific things.
Like it
that I
has to be morbid
watch.
to be good for her. Wait.
Is that a
Is
gel? It's an
So
old cat.
this right here is an old courthouse. I randomly
For the Smurfs?
said, babe, let's go somewhere. And he said, let me figure out what I can find for us. So he found us the coolest Airbnb in Throckmorton, Texas, which is a map dot in Texas. We stayed in a building that was there, I know, before 1928. And so what I do is I'd give my brothers a play-by-play on Snapchat. As I was recording, we hear, and I'm like, I think I stepped on something. I have the video still. I'm like, Eric, I think I stepped on something. And like a creaky board, because they're old little creaky boards. Anyway, he's like, I think there's someone at the door. But when I play back the video, it's not on the video. The knock is not on the video. Our reaction is on the video. So
Your reaction to hearing
reaction to hearing someone knock, because I'm
Wow.
carrying my backpack and I bump into something and Eric like goes towards the door because we're like, oh, maybe it's the Airbnb host.
spooky.
But anyway, so that was pretty cool. Throckmorton was cool. I went to go get pictures of longhorns. That's why we went.
Oh.
Isn't she so pretty?
Look how she's just chilling, looking at you.
Yeah,
Much
she
better
was
than the Longhorns.
a great little model. She was just
Oh my goodness.
great. She was amazing.
She's like, just check me out.
Yeah. And then I got to see Tim Tebow
Tim
live and in
Tebow.
person. If you know me, you know that I've loved Tim Tebow since his Florida days. He's an amazing, amazing little speaker. I absolutely love him. I got to see him. I was just like 3 rows away from him.
Is he on the list, Sandy?
What list?
The list.
Let's move on.
The list. Everyone has a list.
Of what?
What's it called? The kitchen list? Is it the hall pass
The
list?
hall pass.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, like number 1. Anita says Longhorns are cool like sharks. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
And then I went to a Rangers game, which is a lot of fun. I sat next to whoever it was that we were playing against. I can't remember. Anyway, those guys were a lot of fun. And then I went to a photography class.
Is that Joe right there?
That is my shoulder.
Yeah, I was making sure he was out of there.
I can tell.
Yes. So I got to learn. I got some education on that day, so that was a lot of
And
fun.
did you ever fill out a review? Because I sent over a
I
review.
did. Did you not read your
I did
updated review?
not read my updated
Boo.
reviews.
Boo.
Was it the Google one or Facebook one?
Actually, I updated both, I believe.
Oh, you did.
Yeah. So a few weeks ago, we went to Utah. We went to Vegas and then drove into Utah. We did a 5K and a 10K. And here's our medals from the 10K. Great run. I recommend Provo. Salt Lake City, not so much.
Oh,
But we had a really good time. Provo was amazing. And then they are part of the Big 12 now. So maybe we'll be
that's
there in October. Oh, there's my 5K medal. That was an evening run. You have all of your day in you. You know, it's kind of hard. Evening runs are kind of hard, not going to lie. I'm not really sure who Chon said he suck, but
Joe for the photography class.
So
yeah, I think so.
this little
Probably.
diner, I sent you guys a picture of this little diner. So this little diner had a phone where you just picked up and you place an order. I think
Oh,
we should go back to that.
I
Amazing.
don't know that I'm gonna be able to.
No. I'm just saying we should go back to put
Oh, I'm
tables,
sorry.
put phones on
I
tables.
missed the spot to pause it. I thought I
Yeah,
paused
no,
it.
you're good. So long story on this one. Eric was deployed with this guy back in 2005. We happened to be sitting the day before our flight went out. We were not on the strip ever in Vegas at this morning. So anyway, there's this guy that was sitting down and he had a shirt that says Andrews Mustangs. And we're like, what are the odds that these guys were from Andrews, Texas? Anyway, I turned around and I said, are you guys from Andrews, Texas? And they were like, yes, we are. And I'm like, okay, cool. We're from Lubbock, Texas, blah, blah, blah. And then I see this guy's wife and I'm like, Eric, that's Callie. And we're like, oh shit, they are here. Like, what are the freaking odds? Anyway, off the strip, we ran into his old army buddy. So we had to get a picture and they chatted. So it was pretty cool. Yeah, it was really cool.
Crazy.
Small world, right?
Yeah. I mean, Vegas of all places. They were like, we usually go to Florida, but for some reason they picked Las Vegas this year to go on vacation. And we run into them.
Very cool. Very cool.
CPJ says all runs are hard, girl.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
That's why I have a segue when I do mine.
Oh, we went to the lake. Some of our friends invited us to the lake, and I got some amazing shots of some cardinals. Okay, those were
bird photography is hard.
It is so dang hard. It is so hard, but I got some cool shots. There was this cardinal that was sitting on the antenna, like the old TV antenna. I'm like, get on a tree, bird. He didn't get it. But anyway, got some really cool shots. I posted those, and we had a great time. We didn't actually get out onto the lake because none of us own a boat. So there's that. They just own a lake house. Is that it?
Nice.
Wah wah.
That was pretty cool, Sandy.
Yeah. So that's what I've been doing.
You get the extra credit award today.
Totally.
Mr. Pineapples and I did not do that.
It's okay.
I mean, anyhow, thanks for that wonderful slide, Sandy.
Yes, thank you for
awesome.
letting me share it.
That's pretty cool. I love you are so like involved in your photography adventure. And you're just shooting all the time, because that's what I tell people is like, you have to go shoot. You only get better by doing it. So
yeah, I mean, I feel like after your class, and this is not to toot your horn or make your head bigger than it already is. After your class, I mean, I really felt like empowered. Like I'm like, fuck, I can do this.
Right.
And then I'm like, what did Joe tell me to do? No, I'm kidding. No, it was really good. Super helpful. I still don't know a lot of things. Jacob mentioned something about flares, and he's like, you're doing really good with your flares. And I'm like, what is that? So then
maybe he meant your
me.
medals from the runs.
Maybe that's what he meant. Yeah, and here I was thinking, oh, okay. So this. I think Eric is really upset at
Yeah, this is the second mention.
This is the second mention, so I have to tell you what happened. We were in Vegas, and I really, really wanted a shot of the strip.
Mm-hmm.
You know how hard that is to get? It's not as easy as it appears in my brain. If I've ever explained that to you, because it should be easy, right? So Eric, God bless his soul, because he looked and looked for somewhere for us to go to be able to get these shots, right? And then all of a sudden, while we're shooting towards the strip, I see a plane come across the moon. And I'm like, Eric, we have to get this shot. And the amazing assistant that he is like, okay, let's get this. And I know at this point he'd rather just jump off the building than have to do this. I
Call the void.
understand that. The void was calling him over and over. So we finally get it, and he can explain this better than I can, but we have to increase the ISO because it's so dark. I can't remember.
Right.
And so then you get a lot of noise in your pictures.
Right.
And then the plane going fast, it's not as cool in the lens. Anyway, it was a damn near impossible shot.
It's hard to get.
We
because if the moon's behind it, you have this really bright object.
yes.
And so you've cranked up your ISO because it's dark and you want to make sure that you can actually see the plane, but that also increases the brightness of the moon. And so, yeah, it's a very tough shot.
It was a very tough shot, and I might have yelled at him a time or two. And pretty much blamed it on him that the moon was so bright and that I couldn't get my shot. So anyway,
I can see that. Yeah, it's a super tough shot. So next time I would say the moon is bright, so you have to adjust your shutter speed for that, and then time it so you get that plane in front. So.
I think he even looked up a lawyer while we were there for legal proceedings.
Was there a drive-through? He's like, "Where's the drive-through divorce chapel?"
We did see a divorce chapel. I think we were headed there, but traffic.
Traffic was the only thing that called off.
Oh darn, we can't make it. It's closed.
Oh no, it's not open 24/7. Whack.
I've been trying to find this picture.
Joe and Jamie, you have 5 minutes left to share after Sandy's presentation.
3 hours later.
I think Sean's making fun of my brain.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
I thought that was cotton candy.
Mr. Eric Abbey would like to say it was good times.
Good times.
I did not tell him to say that either. He's not under any duress.
Who's that guy in the profile picture, Sandy? Oh my gosh, y'all were young.
So y'all haven't had
Eric doesn't update anything on Facebook. It's old.
That's an AI photo.
That's like, where's the guy with the beard?
That was when he was working in the Oxy division when he had to shave it off. Now he's good.
Oh, it's like I don't even recognize that person.
He didn't even recognize himself. If we had a kid and he had to shave that off, that kid would be like, Mom has 2 boyfriends.
Right, exactly.
Alex said, blink twice, Pops.
My wife took these beautiful shots of the sun, moon.
Here comes the sun.
But I can't find it. They were strawberry. It was a strawberry moon. And I thought when she first told me, I was like, oh, that's cute. I wonder why they call it that. And then she showed me the pictures and I was like, holy crap. I was like, that really is a strawberry moon. No doubt about it. And I wanted to show it off now that y'all were talking pictures, but I'm going to stop looking for it because it's taking too long.
Melissa would like to know, what's HBIC? Melissa, I'm the head bench in charge here.
Shut your mouth.
Eric said, that was like 3 years ago. You a lie, babe. That was not like 3 years ago. Yeah, that was 10. Yeah. Jamie AI taking over my job.
Anita, what's your job?
Anita has a very important job. Anita, tell him what it is.
The only thing I can think of is first thing is like a writer of some kind. She's got to be a writer.
No, she's not a writer.
An underwriter?
No.
An underwriter. A night writer. Sorry.
Can I tell y'all something that I was kind of proud of?
Tell us, girl.
You know about March Madness, right?
Yes. We're going to burn scooters.
Right. So March Madness is a basketball tournament. Well, in this Facebook group I'm in, that's all for senior photographers.
Motion detected at the doorbell.
Oh.
Thank you.
Motion.
Anyways,
did y'all order brownies?
So there were 64 photographers, and we get votes against each other, and then so I enter thinking, hey, whatever, and I made it all the way to the final 4, And so
That's so
Oh,
awesome.
that's right. Yeah.
That is so cool.
because I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that well. I just want to enter just to say that I entered, and I
Yeah.
made it all the way to
You
the
did
final
not
four.
say that. You said, I'm going to win this shit up in here.
He's like, I'm highly talented. There's no reason
Yeah.
why I shouldn't win.
But
This is Joe
I
to
made
the
it to the
bacon.
final
That is
four,
Joe.
and I was beat by the eventual winner. So that for
Were
me,
you like
that's kind of
rightfully
big.
so also?
Yeah.
Never mind. You don't say anything else.
So her work is good, but the photo that I posted to go up against, because really this is
Her
about
work
the
is
photo
good.
that you
Mine's
choose.
better, but I just suck at choosing the right photo.
Yeah, I just should have chose the right
That's what I
photo
heard
for
you
it.
say.
But no, she's a really good photographer, and she works with a lot of dancers and senior dancers and
Oh,
photographers.
she had her little patitas doing.
Mhm.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
had a really good dancer. So, other than that, that was fun, and
Joe, that's awesome.
they printed a
Congratulations.
magazine.
Yeah,
and I did a
congrats.
magazine, and so
Look, next time you better
to be
win, though.
recognized by your
You
peers
hear me? You better win.
instead of other.
Motion detected at the doorbell.
Because my friends always tell me that hey, I'm pretty good or whatever. But how do I compete against?
Did
the
y'all
the
play a
rest of the-
consolation game?
No, we did not play. It was single elimination, so I was out.
I mean, that's all I know is that's goals, brother. That is goals for me, just to be somewhere one day. And yeah, no, that's
Oh,
good night, babe.
speaking of Sandy, I'm gonna add you to this other group. It's called Shoot and Share, and they run a contest every year. And I won 4 or 5 prizes, and the prize is you get this free service for this
Uh-huh.
prize
Uh-huh.
for a year.
Uh-huh.
But I won 2nd place, 3rd place, 4th place, and like 9th and 20th place.
What the world?
And they're basically the same. So 2nd, 3rd, 2nd, 4th, and 5th are basically it's the same prize, but I can only take it one time.
Okay.
So I'm
What'd you
like,
get?
it's a free year subscription to this service.
Okay,
And
cool.
so I'm just like, but I won 2 other times, so I should get 3 years worth of service.
Right. Are those cumulative?
No, they're not cumulative. And so I was a little perturbed by that. I was like, well, then why do I have to enter y'all need to have a contingency plan for somebody that
You should say I'm a Final Four.
Exactly.
That's what you should tote around now.
Final 2.
Jamie, I shared that airplane pic just in case anybody wants to see it. It's not prize worthy, but
I
this
can't even
is
zoom in on it.
this is what almost caused a Mrs. formerly known as Abby. And you see the moon back there. 3 concurrent years. Oh, my bad. Oh, don't be correcting me on public, on live TV.
I can't get it as good as that.
Oh, okay. Anyway, there's the
Oh.
plane, Frontier Airlines, in front of the moon.
It's there in front of the moon.
It's there. Let's see. Sandy, did you take any classes prior to Joe's for photography? No, ma'am. Because in my brain, everything's just easy. I can just pick up a camera. Similar to the time when I joined a running club and I thought everybody can run. That was a lie. Not everybody can run.
Right.
And I did not know that.
So, how
There we
often are we going to be doing this, Mr. Pineapples?
Yeah, so we will be back on Wednesday. Next Wednesday, same bat time, same bat channel. Here you can
That
find
looks
us.
pretty good though.
It's tight. I like it.
You know, good, yeah.
Good job, Sandy. Good job. Honestly.
It's tough. It's a very tough.
Yeah. Is Melissa
Very
in
tough
Lubbock also?
undertaking.
Melissa is in Lubbock.
Melissa, you should just look for Joe's photography classes and take them and get into his club and just try to absorb everything he teaches and stuff. Joe's a really great teacher.
Joe is a
He-
really good teacher.
Mhm.
He was
He's very
spoke very
patient.
plainly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I try not to make it technical.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And he's very helpful. I would say I have never taken his class because I'm not in Lubbock, but I've known Joe for a number of years and I've known him just to be a really patient guy. And a lot of people like him. His character is really cool. So I would say just take the class. It might
Oh,
be
and it's for beginners, like totally,
Yeah.
totally for beginners.
like Joe is really good with beginner people.
Yep,
Yeah.
we had some in here that had.
And zero knowledge, even better, because
There
it
was
means
some
you
people
can
in
be,
our class that had were photographers, but they were like me, had zero knowledge. So there's that.
Right.
there you go.
Yeah, and there was one that she ended up buying a new camera after the class. And I was like, oh, okay.
You just have the heart to want it, and then also to be teachable. Honestly, that's what I would say it takes to be one of Joe's students. Honestly,
You should see the other 100 that didn't.
So Ansel Adams is quoted as, "You'll take 10,000 bad pictures before you get to a good one." So
that's like Bruce Lee saying, "I don't fear the guy who knows 1,000 kicks, but the guy that practices one kick 1,000 times."
yep, exactly.
That's
Same.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we'll be back on next Wednesday night from 8:30 to 10 p.m. Central Time. You can find us here. We are going to be bringing back guests on the show because we do want to interview folks and just see what kind of other folks are out there. So I'm going to be looking for people to come on the show. If you're interested in coming on and sharing your story or niche in life or anything like that, come on. The more people, the fun we're going to have, and just invite your people. We're now on LinkedIn too. So you can catch us on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook.
That would be helpful.
That might be necessary, right, Joe?
Just
But unless you're Joe and your iPhone, then it's okay.
Yeah,
He's just getting free money at that
I
point.
use
Points
this
and
to take
shoots.
that.
You just point
Yeah.
and it's
Here I am
$800
saying
a
with a
class. He's
tripod.
like, there we go, done.
Simple.
No, but yeah. So if you know
Just a
someone
little
who's
point and
interested to come on,
Point and shoot.
let me know, and we'd be happy to bring them on. Guys, there's so much stuff we didn't even get to tonight.
I know because of my slideshow. Sorry.
There is a lot that we want to catch up on. We probably won't get around to it, which is fine. But anyway,
We're ready for the outro.
What are we
looking for it.
saying?
Hold on, I got it. I thought I saved it, but I need to.
He didn't save it.
It's in the chat. Look in the chat.
Oh my
I
goodness!
don't want to
It's
bring that
it's
up.
right there before that long piece of text.
Oh, who put that long piece of text on there?
I did literally on the show. I said I'm gonna throw it in the chat. You can read it.
Oh, I know what mine is.
No,
I know what
paraphrased it or said anything.
Yes.
So I was like,
Okay, let's do it.
Oh. So we got the little.
Are we
I'm
doing
ready.
Outro.
See it? Yeah. And then let me get the outro ready too, because we got a new outro.
We're
also.
rusty. We're rusty.
Way
My
rusty.
gosh.
Yeah.
Forgive us, friends. Glad y'all are back.
Thank
you,
you.
CPK.
Did the email go in the chat? Melissa wants to see the email.
What?
No, it went into our chat.
Oh yeah, our chat. Sorry. Yeah,
I'll share it to you, Melissa.
No, you won't.
We'll give you the TLDR next Wednesday.
Okay, that's what. Yeah, sounds good. All right, everyone. So we love you. Be kind. Someone is fighting a battle you know nothing about.
Live, laugh, and toaster bath.
Yeah, filthy animals.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. We love y'all. Thanks for coming back. See you.